Hello everyone, welcome back to this video series on clinical SAS SDTM programming. In this video, we will see how to create planned ARM variables in SDTM.DM dataset. Let us go to the background. So in randomized and blinded clinical trials, the treatment allocated or the treatments corresponding to the arm to which a subject is randomized to is blinded. This means the investigator, the study subject, and the personnel analyzing the data are not aware of the exact treatment until a certain point in time when the treatment is revealed. So what happens in a clinical trial? So once the eligibility of the subject is confirmed, investigators would be asked to use the IVRS or IWRS systems to get the randomization number for each subject. In the back end, each randomization number will correspond to a particular arm. So randomization number of each subject will be stored in a dataset, and the randomization number and arm information will be available in the form of a dataset for to use in programming. So this dataset generally will not have any subject level information. So the overall link or flow for obtaining the planned arm is for each subject we need to know the randomization number first and then get the planned arm associated with that randomization number using the randomization dataset. So note that during the blinded phase, the randomization dataset will contain dummy arm values, which means we will be given some values which need not correspond to the exact uh, arm values of the subjects, but contain some dummy values with the unique values as expected in the actual data in some predefined or the study specific randomization ratio. So what does IVRS or IWRS mean? IVRS is nothing but interactive voice response system and IWRS is interactive web response system. So what do we learn in this lesson? So in this lesson, we will see an example approach on how planned arm variables are populated in SDTM DM domain. So we'll see that democ dataset is the base dataset for this lesson and it contains the list of all subjects entered the study. And randomization number is stored in enrollment dataset, which is ENRL, MENT, and planned arm or treatment associated with each randomization number is stored in a dataset called RAND. Let us take a look at the input datasets first. So we have our democ dataset. It contains some subject level information for all the subjects who entered into the study. And then we have our enrollment dataset, which contains some key date information about informed consent date, randomization date, and randomization number for each subject. So for this lesson, we would be interested in the subjects, subject related variables, and the randomization number. And then thirdly, the randomization dataset, it contains the randomization number and some other information related to the treatment or the planned arm to which the subject is assigned to and the cohort and any additional stratification factors if used in this study. So we are not interested in these two additional variables for this example. We are interested in the randomization number and the associated treatment code of that arm. So now let us see the program for this. So here we have the specification as well. It says the ARMCD plan, the label for ARMCD variable is planned arm code, and the derivation says planned arm will be identified using the randomization number for each subject. So it is asking us to fetch the randomization number which is present in enrollment rand_no variable of each subject by merging democ and enrollment datasets at study and PT level. And then planned treatment, which is present in the variable tx_cd associated with each randomization number is present in rand dataset. And fetch txcd associated with the randomization number of each subject into democ dataset by merging processed democ dataset containing the randomization number and rand dataset at the randomization number present in democ dataset and rand id of the random dataset. And then for arm variable, we are being asked to set it to active when ARMCD is equal to active and placebo when ARMCD is equal to PBO. So let us try to manually see what is being done here. So here we have our demo dataset, and here we have our enrollment dataset which contains the randomization number. So we are being asked to fetch this randomization number for each subject into demo dataset by merging at study ID and PT level. So we'll be able to do that with a merge step. And then once we get the randomization number for each subject, so we are being asked to merge the subject's randomization number with the randomization data set, which only has the randomization number and associated TXCD. This TXCD is nothing but our ARMCD variable. So let us now jump back to the program and see how it is done. So here the first step is that we are fetching the randomization number into democ dataset from enrollment dataset. For that we are sorting the democ dataset based on study and patient, study and PT, and similarly the same is applicable for enrollment dataset, and then we are merging these two datasets. And then as we are interested in only the randomization number along with the key variables, we are keeping only those from the enrollment dataset in this merge using dataset options. Here we are making use of the in is equal to dataset option to identify the records coming from a particular dataset and keeping all the records for the subjects whoever has a record in demo dataset. And then we are fetching TXCD as ARMCD by merging democ dataset with randomization dataset based on randomization number. So we have fetched the randomization number into DM01. So we have subject's randomization number, and then we are fetching the associated treatment for each subject based on randomization number merge. So here the randomization number in DM01 is present as rand number, and in rand dataset it is present with a different name, which is rand underscore ID. So in the next merge step, what we are trying to do here is we are just trying to rename rand ID to rand number so that the merge can happen on the same named variables. And then we are also renaming TXCD as ARMCD because the values from TXCD are the copies of ARMCD variable. So again, here we are merging based on randomization number, and then we'll get the TXCD as ARMCD in this merge step. And after that, we are creating the ARM variable if we were asked to populate it as active in proper case when ARMCD is equal to active, and we were asked to populate placebo when the ARMCD is PBO. So we are achieving that using a conditional statement, which is if then else logic here. So this is how we can populate ARMCD variable. So note that this is one approach. So the approaches can differ from sponsor to sponsor or studies to studies. Thank you for watching and keep learning.